What's going on YouTube? YGO Great Tornado here. I'm here really quick to talk about a few things of heroes. First thing we're going to talk about is the collection tin that came out, Premium Collection tin 2012. Unfortunately guys, I wasn't able to make a video on my opening. I bought a case of these and split it with my friend, so I was able to get 8. There's 16 tins per case. I was able to get what I wanted, which is really great. We're going to do a card review really quick on Dian and Acid. We're going to also talk about a couple other things, but yeah, I apologize, I couldn't make a video on that. My phone was dead, and I was just pretty much excited to get it. So yeah, sorry about that guys, couldn't make a video on that. One of the things that were really exciting for that tin was the reprint of Shining, which is pretty cool. See if this camera could stop messing around. So as I tried to get this camera to focus, right, there we go. You have the Secret to the right and the Ultra to the left. Don't know which one I like better. The Ultra still holds a little more value than the Secret because you guarantee the one on the right. But the Secret does look pretty cool, giving it some kind of sparkle in it, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we're going to talk really quick of the view of Dian and Acid in this video. These cards are really hyped, especially in Heroes. Their effects and how great they are. So we're going to talk about Dian first. Mask Hero Dian is an Earth attribute. So we all know you need Mass Chain to special summon them, which is right here. You need this card to go into them. I talked about Vapor and Goku before, so if you guys want to see that video, link down below. Mask Hero Dian, Mass Chain into any Earth and Hero and make it. You got Gaia. You have Wisman, Clayman, that little plant level 3 to kind of make it, and Wildheart, that I know of. You mass chain any of those, get Dian out. Dian's effect is when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 4 or lower hero monster from your deck. It doesn't say elemental hero, it could be any hero. If you're running Diamond Dude or any other variant of heroes, you can special summon level 4 hero or lower. Pretty cool. One thing you guys need to know is this hero is actually a female. The name should kind of confuse you a little bit. Dian, if you can't see, it has a bust. Pretty skinny, it has a bust, and it has a skirt, I guess you can say here. And it also have heels. So that's a female hero, which is pretty cool. So she's a Shiro, awesome. Then we have Acid, which a lot of people are excited for. Acid, mass chain any water hero, and you make this guy. You can make another Acid with this. Ice Edge, Ocean, Bubble Man, Zero, Vapor. You can make Acid. Acid is 2600 attack, 21 defender. Which is pretty strong. It's not, could get over Stardust. Don't know how Stardust would be on the field still, but it can get over anything 25, which is awesome. So its effect is when this card is special summoned, destroy all spells and traps your opponent controls, and if you do, all monsters they control lose 300 attack. It's a mandatory effect. As soon as it special summons, it needs to blow up the spells and traps, which is pretty cool. Oh, and Dian, I don't know if I went over the specs with her. She's 2800 attack and 3000 defense. So it's really good. Even if you want to put her in defense, they're not going to get over it. So if you ever to Dian attacks, Mirror Force, Mass Chain, another one, put in defense position, 3000 defender, you're pretty much safe there. But Acid is the one that a lot of people are going to be using, especially with Bubble Man Turbo, Bubble Beat, Bubble OTK, whatever you want to call it. Or if you're running like a Mask Hero variant, people are going to be more worried about Acid. Now, talking about these cards and how people are going to run, Bubble Bee, whatever you want to call a deck, you want to call it. People are going to play the deck. Do we have a chance to see them in the 100th YCS in Long Beach? Possible. There's a possibility you might see them in there, especially if you guys are going. be prepared to see a few heroes in there. There's going to be a lot of side decks for them. Would we see non-fusion area and Thunder Kings against them? It's a possibility. The only reason I bring up non-fusion area is because one of my good friends is actually thinking about siding that against myself and a couple other guys that we know that play heroes. But just to give you a heads up really quick, which I'm not going to tell him until we play, non-fusion areas only stop fusion summons. It doesn't stop special summons. For instance, Shining says on the card, must be fusion summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. And Acid says, must be special summoned with Mass Chain and cannot be special summoned by any other ways. Mass Chain says, then special summon one mask hero monster from your extra deck with the same attribute. So you don't fusion summon, you special summon. So we probably won't see non-fusion area be a problem because you're going to Mass Chain, Bubble Man, and Acid and blow up their non-fusion areas. So probably won't see non-fusion areas, but maybe Thunder King's possible. A lot of people are not playing Thunder Kings now. Thunder King is not as great as it used to be, just because if you go second and your opponent goes off, you can't negate or do anything really with Thunder King, especially if that's the only monster in your hand. So we probably won't see Thunder King, but if you do happen to see Thunder King, we still got Mass Change, which is really great. So you will summon your Bubble Man fearlessly, not caring, activating Mass Chain, getting either an Acid or a Vapor, and if it's an Acid, you blow up the back row and attack fearlessly and destroy the Thunder King, which is not bad. Now, with this being said, we will definitely see a lot more play of Starlight Road. This card will see play in YCS Long Beach for a lot of reasons. A lot of people are already running 2 Torrential Tributes. Since the ban list allows 2 now, we're definitely going to see Starlight Road. And if you are playing against heroes, you are definitely going to see this against heroes. Because of Starlight Road, we have Zero, who is basically the Radeki. And then you also have Acid, who's a Harpy Feather Duster, who's going to blow up your spells and traps. But just to let you guys know, if you guys do go to Long Beach, the ruling on Starlight Road going against these guys, if your opponent has a Starlight Road, see if the camera can zoom in. If your opponent has a Starlight Road and you have Zero out on the field and you activate Mass Chain, you send Zero to the graveyard, that's mandatory 1 effect, and Acid will come out, that's mandatory 2 effect. Starlight Road cannot choose which one to negate. It has to negate the most recent one, and because you cannot interrupt a mandatory chain, you have to go on to the most recent chain, which is Acid. So you would negate Acid, and then if there's nothing else to be going on in the chain, the resolving effect is Acid will get destroyed, Starlight Road would then be special summoned, and then Zero would then blow up all the monsters. You cannot activate Stardust effect because it cannot interrupt the chain, and Stardust will then get destroyed. So yeah, with that being said, definitely see Super Poly being used more often, and it's great for all those hero players to maybe having an extra deck, Dragon Knight, Draco Quest, just to Super Poly their Stardust. With this being said, you have Acid that's going to blow up back row. Is it important to still run MST in your build? I'm going to say yes, you still need to have MST in your deck. MST, you're going to have Phoenix Change and Skill Drains out on a lot of different decks. And they're to blow up their Phoenix Chain so that they don't stop your Acid from blowing up. So MST is still really important. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. The next video will be the video for a couple cards that didn't really see any spotlights, but I think deserve some spotlights. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and peace out.